Welcome, Taurus. This is your weekly Tarotscope reading for April the 6th through to the 12th, 2015. My name is Tilly. Welcome to Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your favorites. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the support. I mean, you guys rock. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for your support, truly. Let's get to you now. We start with the Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords is really our thoughts holding us back or allowing us to go forward. And by looking at the cards, I think it has a lot to do with your perception of what is coming in, what things are being offered to you, how you have balance in your life or the lack thereof, what you take for granted, what you are grateful for, what is an opportunity. So at least the first part of the week, especially, you are looking at, your perception really needs to change. Most definitely, it's your thoughts, okay? So I would have to say the law of attraction, that kind of energy is very strong this week for you. So use it where you can, okay? What do you want to come in? I said this to Aries as well, so maybe it'll be a theme throughout all the readings, but it's really giving that affirmation up. And it only takes a second to say an affirmation, one affirmation every day for a week, the same affirmation. Thank you for putting money in my path today, people to love me in my path today, for opportunities for my talent and my unique talents and gifts to grow today. Okay, well, it takes more time to order a coffee at the drive-thru or at the counter than it does to say an affirmation. So, I mean, try it for a week. See what happens, okay? The same affirmation of something that you are really striving and you feel like there's roadblocks or you feel like you're being limited or in some way, or perhaps you're even doing some self-sabotage and holding yourself back in some way. And really see that those swords aren't in the ground. In fact, there's no swords in front of you. You can walk away from the illusions that have been set in place. It's like ripping off the blinders. It's like ripping off the blinders and seeing that things can happen, things can be drawn in, things can turn around, things can appear out of nowhere. Beauty, happiness, money, absolutely. Now we have the Ten of Swords. Aries also had this one. People fear this card, and you shouldn't fear it. It's a very beautiful card, in fact, because this one tells me that you have been through some great challenges, some great struggles, some tears, sorrows, but they've made you you. And you are through the battle now. The sun is breaking free through the clouds. You are starting to be illuminated. And those swords are not in your back. Everybody thinks that they are all in your back, but there would be a pool of blood in this card if that were the case. And there is no pool of blood. Those are behind you. They are your shield. They are your strength. Each one of those swords represents a great challenge that you've gone through in order to be in this moment in time. And now it's time to use that lesson as your shield of courage, of strength, of determination, of wisdom. And it's coupled with temperance. So you are going to actually probably come up with a lot of, it's all with the Eight of Swords and your perspective changing on what you are placing value on and what you are taking value away from in your life. Because the Temperance card tells me that you are going to come through with so much balance this week over everything that you've gone through in the past, that you are going to feel very strong, very secure, very stable, or at least there's that energy around there to make you feel that way. So there could be a bounce in your step. You could be feeling alive. You could be feeling like you're going to get somewhere, but it all depends on your perspective. We always go back to the first card, which is the Eight of Swords. So it all depends on your perspective. Now, once again, we have the Four of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, so that's all your perspective again. The Four of Cups Now, the Four of Cups traditionally is that these four cups here sitting at the bottom. Okay, we're looking away from them. We don't even realize that they're there, but they're beautiful and they are glowing and they're shining and they are filled with all kinds of treasures and wonderful. And those are the things that are present in our life. There are also things that we are not paying attention to, that we are taking for granted. You know, it's really, you know, it's giving up gratitude. So every night before you close your eyes, give up that little thank you for my pillow. If you can't think of anything for the day, at least say thank you for my pillow. That I have a soft place to rest my head on tonight. Because there's people that don't have a soft pillow. You know it. I don't want to sound like your mom, you know, there's people starving in other parts of the world, you know, eat this and do that, and I'm not going to throw that guilt trip out there, but be appreciative of what you really do have in your life, okay, because that's when more comes in. It's like proving it to the universe, sending out the vibe of I feel wonderful. I've got everything. I've got enough money. I've got enough love. I've got people in my life. I've got things that surround me. I've got a roof over my head. I've got food to eat tonight. And be grateful and be thankful. And the more you can do that, the more it raises your vibration for opportunity to come into your life. Bring more value into your life. The Five of Pentacles sits next to it. I guess I should keep them up together since they are coupled. So sometimes you see things that I don't, and I just love that when you guys get your own message within the cards. Now, on that doorway, I mean, the card looks very drab. I know it does, but it's because sometimes we miss those opportunities because we are not looking at how firmly we sit right now. You know, this person down here, it's almost like a little bit of a pity party happening. Oh, you know, I'll never be good enough. I'll never have enough. I'll never have this in my life. People don't respect me, or people don't honor me, or people don't appreciate me. You know, whatever that pity party might be, and we all have a little bit of a pity party inside of us at all times. That's our subconscious working. But, you know, it's standing up straight and tall, right? Right here, we're standing up straight and tall, and we're ready to walk forward. We know we have a strength. We know we have hidden talents and talents to be explored and unique gifts. And that's when we realize that that pentacle is on that doorway. That's when we realize that that whole archway is covered in pentacles. That there actually is an opportunity standing right in front of us for us to go forward and capitalize on our gifts and our talents for all the right reasons, to bring abundance into our life. Whether you're looking for love or money or just health, well-being, you start to see the answers. You start to see, you know, it's believing in yourself and having that self-confidence and knowing that you are fabulous and great and wonderful. Please. Now, we also, down here, we've got the Four of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords is also a gratitude card, but it's also one that says that we do need to maybe take a little bit of time to pamper ourselves, to love ourselves, to appreciate ourselves, to give ourselves that time out, to recharge our batteries, that we're not putting too much on our plate. Traditionally, this is the knight coming back from a war, the battlefield, and taking off the armor, hanging up the weapons, laying down, giving thanks to God that they are alive, that they made it through, and also to ask for protection on the path forward and wisdom to come to you for the path forward, for opportunities to be there, for peace of mind and happiness and joy. And it's with the Queen of Swords. So very much like the warrior, very much like the knight, we want to go forward and we see where we want to go. We see what we want to develop in our lives. We see what we want to grasp. And we're not afraid to use that sword. We're not afraid to step out of our comfort zone a little bit. We have our courage. I mean, the red flower down there, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a red flower and a white flower. Talking about a rebirth, but it's through our courage. It's through our courage of believing in who we are and what we can be. It's believing in our unique talents and our gifts. It's believing in ourselves, and it's believing that we have a team of angels and spirit guides and God and the universe protecting us, helping us to move forward, bringing opportunity into our life. The Page of Pentacles and the World. How beautiful is that? Because the world is essentially, you've come full circle. Okay, you started out as the fool. You started out very naive, very whimsical. You learned a lot of lessons. You gained a lot of wisdom. Things came out of nowhere that you never thought you had to live through, and yet you did. And here you are. And this card speaks to the knowledge you've gained, the wisdom you've gained, the understanding you've gained, the clarity you've gained, and now you are ready to go forward. And it's with the Page of Pentacles. So this young energy comes in again. And you hold that pentacle like it is a crystal ball. And there it is again, the red flower and the white flower. It is your courage that's really going to push you into a rebirth, a sense of newness in your life, new paths, new experiences, new adventures, new ways of maybe making money, or new relationships coming to be. Perhaps it's a rebirth of a relationship that has been stagnant, or there's been a lot of roadblocks with it in the last little while. Where are you putting your focus? That is what you are seeing in your crystal ball. That is where you have learned the most lessons, and now you are ready to go forward. So until we meet again, remember, I do love you.